Hey, what's going on? This is Trey with the Louisiana Kayak Fishing Forecast channel. This is this week's DUD report. This is the DUD report for the weekend of August 7th and August 8th. With this video series, my job is to keep Louisiana kayak anglers who fish for redfish, speckled trout, and flounder out of poor fishing locations over the weekend. This is a free report that I produce every week. It is delivered on Fridays. So if you would like to know the areas that you should be staying away from every weekend so that you don't fish poor locations, be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you get notification when this report is released. Group members, you know the drill. You don't need to watch this video. This is just a quick bad location report for anglers who aren't in the group. I have already released the full forecast for you guys just a little while ago. So head to the group. There's a lot of good places to fish this weekend, but most anglers, their timing will be off. So don't fall into that group, guys. Check out the forecast if you're in the so that you're in the right place at the right time this weekend. But for all of you who are not in the group, this is a DUD report, like I said, for the weekend of August 7th and the 8th. DUD is an acronym for Don't You Dare. So don't you dare fish the locations in any of these weekly reports. These places are the worst of the worst locations each weekend. Some change from week to week, while others have such long-term effects from environmental conditions that they're on the report for weeks. Either way, this report keeps you from wasting your time, your gas, and money heading to one of these locations. This quick report is part of the full kayak fishing forecast. In the forecast, this report is much more detailed, but with this free report, you at least know where not to be. So subscribe to the channel so you know where not to go every weekend. Along the coast, I've divided the entire coast into 3 regions. The first is the eastern region. So the eastern region spans from Venice, Louisiana, up to Lake Pontchartrain and east to the Mississippi state line. So this weekend there aren't any terrible locations that made the DUD report, but when you should fish different locations within this region is super important, especially this weekend. I tell our Facebook group members the best locations and the best times to fish them so that they don't fish somewhere when the fish aren't feeding. If you are wanting to know this, you can join our group. We're going to move right along though to the central region. Is from Houma, Louisiana over to Port Fourchon and north to Cut Off, Louisiana. The next 3 locations that are on this list, on this report, they've been on this report for weeks. These areas are on this report because the salinity in these areas is very low and it is still too fresh to support quality saltwater fish. These areas or these locations are Golden Meadow, Galliano, and Cutoff. It's going to be all three locations are going to be east of LA 3225. So that's the 3 locations there in the central region this weekend. Also, or moving right along to the western region. The western region is from Pecan Island to the Texas state line and north to Lake Charles. So in the western region, the mid and upper areas of Lake Calcasieu are where you do not want to fish this weekend. The tide in these areas will be flat, and without there being any water movement or not much water movement, not much will be going on. If you're lucky, you'll get a bite. If you're really lucky, you might get 2 bites, but these 2 bites are going to be spaced out over a long period of time. So yeah, just stay out of the mid to northern or the upper areas of Lake Calcasieu this weekend. But aside from that, there are a lot of really great places to fish this weekend. If you're wanting to know where the best weekend locations will be, you need to join our Facebook group, and you can do that by visiting lkffgroup.com. All the information is there for you. If you're not interested, or you want to maybe keep checking out this report for a little while before doing so, make sure that you subscribe so that you get notification And that is all for this week's report. I will see you guys next week. Have a good time out there on the water and be safe. I'll see you then.